And now, Minion Works presents Freelance Heroism.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Deese.
And I'm Rachel.
And we just want to say thank you to all our patrons out there for donating your hard-earned dollar bills to us to make a better podcast for everyone. So, big round of applause. Rachel, do you want to talk about our patrons?
Yes. I thought you were going to ask if I wanted to put in an applause sound effect, and I was going to say no.
No, you know what? I've quit on that.
Okay.
You've clearly made it,
What
apparent that you don't give a fuck
What if
about our audience.
What if I did put in an applause sound effect right here?
You filthy bitch. If it were so easy that you were able to add an applause the 1 week I didn't ask for it. Oh. Okay, tell us about our patrons.
Okay.
Our producer tier.
Yes, and beyond. We want to say thank you to Breakmeister, Ario Teabaggin, Orient_Tiger, Mo Walker, Rebecca, Chris Deeds, Chris Zones, Christopher Hildebrand, and our newest patron that we talked about last week is the Minion Works, aka Nate. They're still with us, so thank you.
Yeah. They are a one and done. Well, thank you guys, everyone. You help us make a better show for everyone out there. Everyone appreciates it.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I say appreciation? I'm doing like the Donald Trump.
I just want to say, everybody, really
No.
appreciate this shit. I mean, we appreciate. I went down in the basement just to check to make sure everything was okay down there in the basement.
All the lights off.
We turned all the lights off because I was playing laser tag in the basement when I went to check on it.
You fucking liar. All right. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
Rachel,
Yes.
let's talk about some awesome stuff. I want
Okay.
to tell everyone out there that for months and months and months,
Mhm.
actually, I think, it's been 6 years.
What?
For months and months and months. There's a lot of them stacked
Uh-huh.
on top of each other, the total of which equivalizes to about 6 years.
Okay.
Okay, so I have been converting files via USB on my phone because the old PC that I had was not connected to the internet. I don't want to go into reasons why it wasn't. Needless to say, art programs were involved. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so that being said,
Mhm.
this new PC, I got the Adobe Creative Cloud on here. Thanks, Nate. And I can email myself things instead of having to use USB to transfer. Okay, so to put it in the context, I have multiple PCs that are all stages of development of the webcomic, or every piece of art that has different parts to it, right? So like if I need to do text, I need Photoshop, which means it had to be on the PC that wasn't on the internet. Don't derive anything from that, Adobe.
Right.
We love you. Also, on my hand tablet, the smaller tablet on the Surface, I have Clip Studio Paint, which is what I was using to do all the art, the visuals, right?
Mhm.
And then I have all kinds of assets and stuff like that I get off the Chromebook. So at some point, I was taking a USB cord and kind of going back and forth between the big PC and the Chromebook, or the big PC and the tablet. And that's sort of what my workflow felt like. There was this in-between step of loading things onto your phone via USB and then taking it physically to the other machine and plugging it up.
Mhm.
Right? It was a very 1990 G.I. Joe, the world is going to be saved by this fucking floppy disk virus that I have kind of solution.
Okay.
It was very wonky and shitty, and it took a long time. So anytime I needed to add something, instead of just, having it on whatever I was using, I was putting it on a tangible drive, moving it from place to place. But this new PC is now connected to the internet, which means that I can email myself things. And I want to just say, for everyone out there, I get how silly this sounds. I do. Because I was just telling Rachel, I was like, I want to brag about how much cleaner my workflow is But I'm realizing that by doing that, I'm bragging about email, right? I'm essentially bragging about emailing myself something,
Yes.
which might be the old manish shit I've ever said, right? I am aware. It's like bragging about sending a letter to somebody. or like, hey, I got this new device, right? You hold it up to your head and you talk sounds into it, and it puts the sounds through this tube to another person's ear, no matter how far away they are. It's like, it feels stupid, but it has sped up things tremendously. But that joy that I feel of not having that fucking struggle is real.
Yeah, you don't have to do this tedious thing.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm just saying. Like, I want to brag about it. This is me bragging about it.
Okay.
I finally got email up on my PC. Woot. Everybody enjoy my moment of having it. I'm so happy to have this new PC.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I'll send you an email back. Was there anything you wanted to talk about, Rachel?
Actually, so for anyone who knows anything about my video game preferences, I essentially have two modes. I either love Animal Crossing or I love Dark Souls. Dark Souls is a notoriously difficult game, and
It's not that hard.
it's
Not that hard.
oh, okay. But I saw that a few months ago, they did a remake of an old PlayStation game called Medieval. And my little brother and I used to play that game. And we were like obsessed with 100%ing it. And I have all these really good memories about me and my brother playing this game together. So the remake was on sale the other day, so I bought it. I started to play it, and I realized how similar it is to Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's like a bone knight.
Skeleton
knight.
Not only in, because it is kind of difficult, not only in difficulty, but in story as well. Because in Dark Souls, you're an undead knight who travels this land filled with like monsters and other undead. When you kill things, you collect their souls, and the souls are used as currency, essentially.
Right.
And in Medieval, you play an undead knight named Sir Dan, who was killed a long time ago in this battle against a necromancer, but the necromancer is back. And so you end up getting resurrected with all these other undead. And so there are monsters and undead that populate the land, and when you kill things, you get their souls that get put into a chalice in every level. And if you fill the chalice 100%, then you get to go to the Hall of Heroes, where heroes of the past will give you like a new weapon, or maybe like an extra like health vial or something like that.
Right.
The game, like, there's no, it's still in the style of like the older games where like you can't just save whenever you want, which is very similar to Dark Souls. But in Medieval, like if you die in the level you're at, you have to start completely over. It doesn't matter if you die like in the boss fight at the very end of the level. You have to start all over. It's unforgiving. But I was playing it. I was like, this feels like a sort of cornerstone thing that happened in my past, and it explains why I love Dark Souls so much. This sort of like developmental game that I got a lot of my gaming experience and love from, and so I felt this real connection with Dark Souls, which I didn't even realize how similar they were until I started playing the remake again. So
That's funny though.
yeah.
You have a video game type. I don't know. I think a lot of people, especially of this generation of gamers, like the most recent, the Fortniters, I think, I guess it was Minecrafters, then Fortniters.
Yeah.
They're separated by about 5 years, right?
It might be more than 5 years.
Oh God, I'm so old that I don't even know the difference between the young people anymore. I'm not Jake old or anything.
Right.
I'm not that old yet.
Right.
Yeah, but that's just the thing. I was thinking about the different generations of gamers, right? And so, like, what we consider difficult is different, right? So, like, a lot of the people who think Dark Souls is like the hardest game, I really want a large cross section of them to go play Mega Man 2.
I never
just-
played any of the Mega Man games.
Yeah. I don't know that anyone would consider Dark Souls hard
Uh-huh.
if they played Mega Man 2 like a lot. I do think that for sure Dark Souls punishes you,
Uh-huh.
right, if for fucking up.
Right.
But it's always kind of fair. There's no
Yeah.
real unfair shit that happens. Even those slappy dudes, the ones that just kind of gather up on you and slap a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I think the first time you run into them in any real problem scenarios when you get to the top of that church.
Mhm.
When you go up into like the rafters.
Yeah.
You go into that room and there's like 10 million of them. But if you
Yes.
just hold a shield up and kind of back away,
Mhm.
you're okay.
Yeah.
Like, and a spear works really well on them, by the way.
Mhm.
Don't play a mage. That's a little tougher. But yeah, so I mean, it's for sure challenging,
Mhm.
and it does punish you. But I don't know that it's hard in the way that I understand difficult, right?
Uh-huh.
So like, I think there's 2 levels of difficulty from my generation. There's Battletoads, and there's Mega Man 2. Okay, Battletoads is dog shit because it's fake. It's just manufactured horseshit difficulty, where there's no human response other than memory that'll allow you to beat it, right? So
Oh.
like, there are some parts of that game where the thing just shows up and hits you off screen, and there's nothing you can do to prevent it from hitting you. Same thing with like the video game Turtles in Time, the Ninja Turtles game. Like, during the sewer scene, some of that shit just comes at you so fast that if you don't remember the pattern, you just get hit sometimes.
Okay.
You know, it's just a thing that it's manufactured difficulty. It's not really a challenge of your ability,
Mhm.
more than it's just a, hey, look at me, fuck you over real quick, and then remember that for next time.
Okay.
Right. And then even if you remember that part, later on, something else might get you. Remember both of those things.
Mhm.
So it's like it's a manufactured difficulty level.
Right. So that's more where you're just sort of expected to memorize the level as you go.
Right. And but the punish on games like that isn't, you can't, there's no save points. So
Mhm.
you don't go back to the before. So you have to play through the whole beginning of the game and remember that.
Right.
This is before the internet, so you couldn't just watch someone play the level.
Mhm.
It's a thing that they manufactured. That's kind of bogus. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
But Mega Man is genuinely difficult. Like, there's genuine difficulty in that game.
Mhm.
From the fact that some of the floors, like, you run on, you just slide. So there's like a particular type of input pattern for jumping
Okay.
that you know that if you land at an angle, you're going to slide more than if you just land straight up and down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And if you run and try to stop, you need to know you get a feel for how he moves on ice. So you sort of calculate for that stuff. And then you know what kind of shot patterns you need to defeat certain bosses, because like sometimes it'll be like 2 times while on your increased jump, you'll like dink dink, but the third one will hit the weak spot. So you know to go tap 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 as you're jumping,
Okay.
versus to try to just jump up and hit at a perfect timing. There's a lot of tricks like that. And I started thinking about which game in my life is more difficult than Mega Man. The
Mhm.
series, Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, not EX, or not the X series or Zero or any of that stuff. The Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, in my opinion. And those are probably the hardest games I've ever played. They're pretty hard.
Mhm.
I almost never hear young people talk about a game being difficult except for Dark Souls. And I don't know if it's because they never went back to play some of the older games or whatever, but Nintendo Switch started putting out the Mega Man game. But they've been adding like the easy mode features to them.
Oh, okay.
Like the news, I know the Zero game had it. I don't know about I don't know if the original collection had an easy mode on it, but I just remember thinking like, because I was gonna buy the Mega Man games from before, and I'm like, I've beat all of these, and I don't want to experience that again. I was like, why am I gonna pay money to get stressed?
Right.
But yeah, I honestly do think anyone who thinks Dark Souls is a hard game, go back and play Mega Man 2 and Mega Man, I don't know, maybe 4. 4 has some. It's underrated. It has some really dark moments in that game. Moments where like you'll go to the bathroom and stare in the mirror and just be like, "This is life.
Oh,
This is how life works." It's like when you finish a Nietzsche novel. It's like also sprach Zarathustra. Okay.
Well, before we get too dark, how about we go to this week's episode?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
We promise that will not make you stare in the bathroom mirror. I mean, unless you want to.
All right, so we're going to this week's episode, number 108. Your Wolfman is in another castle.
Hey,
Video game reference.
that's a reference to a game. That's a reference to a video game.
I believe we left off.
It was after the Pooh River.
Yes, you guys were heading back up the stairs, and you guys were deciding on which floor to stop on.
Yeah.
And we had walked to
You guys are
where I killed all the gargoyles.
Did we go there? I thought
Yeah, we
were-
got to there because you were like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh, we had some trouble." And then we picked a staircase that went up a tall spire,
Okay.
and I think that's where we left off. We had decided where we were going to go.
Okay, so you guys chose to go up the big staircase.
Yeah, because we had thought about what the castle looked like from the outside, and we were like,
Okay.
rich people always live up in the highest part,
All right,
and Strahd is totally like fancy rich boy.
he is. Except if you guys had Chunakote with you, he could have told you from the Tome of Strahd that it is written that Strahd sleeps in the lowest of the low.
Well, I'm not going any lower.
I know.
Yep.
We're not going into that shit water.
Oh no. There's a different part of the castle that still needs to be found.
Let me tell you, the way to make him immune to Kavir damage is to submerge him in turds. I'm telling you.
I'll remember this shit. I'll
Jake,
do
I can't-
Arnold
you weren't there
Schwarzenegger Predator that shit up.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Strahd will come out all shit pasted up behind you and
dude, that movie is garbage now. Have you watched Predator 1 lately?
Please don't ruin it for me. It's been a while.
Oh my god, dude, don't watch it ever again. Just live that memory that you have of it.
I will.
Jesus, I spent 6 hours watching it on TBS a couple weeks ago. Because, it's a movie
Yeah.
on TBS. It
Yeah.
takes all fucking day. It's like, we're going to do a commercial every time someone talks.
Get the commercial. The commercial.
Ah,
The commercial.
dude, the guy goes, "Is Jesse Ventura?" And this guy looks at him. He's like, "You all right?" He's like, "I ain't got time to bleed." I'm like, "What the fuck does that even mean?" What? I ain't got time to bleed. I'm like, you
Because he's
are...
Jesse Ventura.
That's so stupid. I ain't got time to bleed.
Is that the one that became? No. Okay. No, that's
Governor
not
of
the one that.
Minnesota.
Yeah, they got his ass kicked in the bar, and then sued about it.
Yeah, well,
All right.
it's too bad. It's too bad that it wasn't wrestling.
True.
Real combat, like wrestling.
Oh Lord. All right.
He spent the
Um,
entire first 10 minutes of that fight trying to climb the side of the bar to elbow drop a guy. He just kept getting hit in the face with a chair.
Nice.
We also found Victor and Gersha?
Ghost Boy and Werewolf.
Well, we got them out, and then we met Emil. Adrie met Emil and Eric, and they are currently with us. And Emil said he totally owes Adrie because she helped him, and he's definitely
He's a
gonna-
werewolf, right?
Yeah.
And the
Emil.
ghost guy I hired, right?
Yes,
Who's carrying the ghost guy's bones again?
me.
I will.
They're
He's
in my
working for me
backpack.
now.
They're in my backpack.
Put him in my sleeve, yo.
No, they're in my backpack.
They came out of the shit river.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You can hold on to him.
All
It's
right.
convenient. You have the bones and you have all those sheets in your backpack too.
Oh, they're covered. They're sludged up.
Oh, dude, yeah.
No.
That bag is not where you want to be right now.
You
Oh.
pressed,
You have any idea how much shit crawled in that bag when she was
severe
underwater?
prestidigitation to me. I'm fine.
Look, that is a cantrip. That is not made for what you were going through. She
Dude.
spent 45 minutes of podcast time submerged in 3 to 5 feet of shit.
Clorox can't fix that shit.
Yeah, that's kind of the difference between mending and make whole.
Oh no! They made hole all over the bottom of this
yeah.
basement.
Yeah.
You need to hollow that shit. You need to consecrate that shit. I mean, you got to fucking spell.
Flame strike.
Cleric. Damn straight.
So gross.
Flame strike.
Anyway, hey, D-Walk, you want my rolls?
Yes, please give me your port and rolls for the night.
I got too many character sheets here now.
How the hell? You've only played like 3 characters.
Yeah, but I have some other ones.
I'm giving you shit. And as DM, I'm sitting there holding this whole stack of NPCs and shit.
So, important 1 is 10.
All right, middle of the rack.
And 2. Eat it, bitch.
Ooh, that's gonna suck dick for an NPC.
Yeah, but I don't get any auto successes, so that's
Okay. Chunakote. Since we have not heard from you, you wake up. Last thing you remember, you were in the dining room with the others, and then a big gust of wind went through, and you wake up to damn near pitch black darkness. You feel kind of tight, not restrained, but snug. You can feel slight padding underneath you, walls to either side, and just kind of a heavy blackness where you can see, and you know you're laying down.
Okay. And am I enclosed, like completely?
Yes.
Methinks I'm in a coffin. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Do I have any of my equipment? Is anything missing?
Not that you know of.
Okay, then I should have a +1 dagger. And I'm going to try and reach that and try and kind of finagle to see if I can find like where the seams are in this thing.
All right. Where do you keep your +1 dagger?
That is generally at the small of my back.
All right. You're able to arch your back up enough to feel, and you're able to retrieve it easy enough. And go ahead and give me an investigation.
All right. 17.
You're able to find the seams pretty simple enough.
Okay. Am I able to wedge my dagger between them?
Yes.
All right. Can I try and pry it open?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
All right. Ooh, that's a 21.
It pops off relatively easy.
Woohoo!
You see it pop up, and a slight light kind of cracks in the room. Not really bright at all.
All right. Do I hear anything before I like fling the thing open?
You hear a clapping. Ooh, he's awake. He's awake. He's awake.
All right. I'm going to open the lid and sit up.
As you sit up, you see dark stains cover the floor in this area. You're on a large oak table, scarred and beaten. You see other ones lay scattered like toys about the room, the wood crushed and splintered. Replacing them also, you see furnishings made entirely of human bones. The walls and the 20-foot high vaulted ceiling are a sickly yellow color. Not because of faded or time-worn plaster, but because they're adorned with bones and skulls arranged in a morbidly decorative fashion, giving the room a cathedral-like quality. 4 enormous mounds of bones occupy the different corners of this ossuary, and the garlands of skulls extended from these mounds to a chandelier of bones that hangs from the ceiling above you. And a long table that's constructed of the wood, you can see the bones kind of scattered about as you see the coffin you were in was made of bones pressed against the wood.
Oh, that's
10 chairs made of bones and festooned with decorative skulls are around the table, resting atop, which is an ordinate-shaped bowl, vessel made of yet more bones. And the doors to the north and south are sheathed in bone, but a steel-banded oval doors in the center of the east wall are not. But above these eastern doors is a mounted skull of a dragon. In one of the chairs, you see this odd canine-ish looking feller that doesn't necessarily look human, but doesn't necessarily look doggish. It's during your adventures, you've heard of tales of the mongrel folk that live very well, not the best lives in Borovia. Seems happy to see you.
Well, somebody really had a bone to pick about this room, huh?
Ba-dum-bum.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
wait,
you very
actually,
much.
I have a button for that. Hold on. Wait.
Nice.
Oh, God, nothing's better than that.
All right. I'm kind of keeping my eye on the little yippy fellow there. I want to do like a quick inventory to see if I'm missing anything.
You check your gear; it's all there.
Okay.
Nothing was removed.
Well, there, fellow. It seems that you're happy to see me, and may I ask why?
The master said you'd be awake, but I couldn't disturb you till you were awake.
So what will you disturb me with now?
To escort you to your room.
Lovely. I have a room, eh?
Yes, master said it'd be good for you to have your room.
Okay. Lead on, my friend. May I have your name?
Oh, yes. I am Cyrus Bellevue, servant of Lord Strahd.
Thank you, Cyrus.
Of course. This way.
I follow along.
All right. He exits you out the room to the east. The big doors, the big double doors.
All right.
That has the dragon skull. And he walks you out there and he's like, this way. This way we avoid all the bads. The mean ones.
Oh, mean bats. Don't they have any kind bats about here?
Not bats, bads. Bad people.
Bads, pardon me.
No, Master has friends that they're not nice.
Well, that's a terrible shame. Perhaps they should be taught some manners.
Well, there's one that's really nice, but the others aren't so nice.
Well, who's the nice one?
I don't know his name, but he plays an instrument. He's always kind to me.
Well, that's good.
Master's really mean to him.
Oh, that's terrible. Why would Master be mean to people?
Because he disobeys him.
Sometimes one must disobey, though.
Yes. So he leads you out, and he makes an immediate right to go south through another door. He's like, careful this way. Up the stairs we go.
All right.
Up the stairs. So, and he leads you up another staircase. And as he does, you see the hallway as he leads you up that you recognize where you last saw your friends, and across the hallway in the room with the organ.
Okay.
And he continues to go up the stairs.
Right. Cyrus, would you know where any of my companions would be?
Companions. Oh, the girl. Dark hair.
Yes.
Not good. She was bad. Very bad.
Oh, no. What did she do bad?
She insulted the master's hospitality.
And how did she do that?
She spit on him.
That is rather rude.
He gave her to the witches.
Oh, terrible.
They're up in the they're up in the tower.
Mm-hmm. And what of my other friend with the hat?
There's two of him. Yeah, there's two of him. It doesn't make sense. Cyrus doesn't understand why there's two, and why he has two different color coats.
He can be rather strange sometimes. I can understand that. Cyrus, would you be able to take me to these witches?
Master said to go to the room, though.
Well, I think it'd be better if I went to see the witches. Because I do need to check on my friend. I mean, you understand the importance of that. And then we can go to the room. It's not a problem. Just a slight detour.
But Cyrus will be punished if we don't go to the room.
Oh, no. That wouldn't happen.
Give me persuasion.
All right. 14.
All right. I'll take you up towards the witches, but the witches scare me. I don't want to go in the room with the witches.
Oh, I wouldn't ask you to do that, Cyrus. We're friends, buddy.
He smiles at you as just fangs and teeth
Mhm.
misshaped in his mouth. Just kind of slobber.
Now, I want to make sure he's like shorter than I am.
You have him probably by about a foot.
Okay.
He's wearing a cloak. You see this bag on his back, a rolled up map on it, a case. One hand seems to droop lower than the other. One foot's in a boot, human, but the other foot's kind of three-toed out with claws.
Mm-hmm.
You do notice a crazy necklace around his neck, though. That golden with a weird shaped gem in the center of it. Give me an intelligence check.
All right. Ooh, 23.
You recognize this emblem. You remember the hags you dealt with earlier?
Yeah.
You recognize a hag eye when you see one.
Oh, my. Cyrus, how many witches are there?
3 upstairs?
May I ask?
140 total.
May,
3
may
upstairs.
May I ask where you got that lovely necklace?
Oh, this necklace. This necklace came from a friend. She gave it to me to wear. She doesn't live in the castle.
Hmm.
Yeah, she gave it to me to wear to keep safe.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, she her name was Morgantha. She was very nice. Very nice. She told me not to tell Master about it.
Ah, okay. Well, we won't do that then. It'll be our secret.
Okay.
Very
It
well.
used to glow though.
Mm.
It hasn't glowed in a while.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Maybe Morgantha will fix it.
Perhaps I can fix it. I'm going to use prestidigitation to make it glow.
Would prestidigitation make it glow? I know it'll clean it up.
It can do small minor effects.
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't give it the
Nothing.
power
Yeah,
back.
it's not going to do any kind of combat bonus or distractions or
Yeah.
damage. But a soft glow on an amulet should work.
All right.
That should be within its abilities.
So, you get a little glow on it, and he's like ecstatically happy. He's like, "Yay!" and he bounces around for a minute. All right, this way, up the stairs.
Thank you, Cyrus. I'm glad I could help you.
Me too. You're much nicer than Rodden. Rodden.
Yes, I've had the opportunity to meet him.
I mean, the tales used to say elves were nice, but elves aren't nice. Elves are mean.
Well, some elves are nice.
Not the
But-
elves here.
Well, some
All the
elves are
here
nice.
are just mean.
Well, it's like any other family. So you have good ones and bad ones.
I mean,
Because all elves are related.
All elves related. All of them.
Master tells a story of one of his would-be wives. Her whole family killed her. They just killed her, horribly killed her.
Well, sometimes.
It made Master very sad and
Sometimes
angry.
people do strange things.
Sometimes when a sister cheats at Connect 4 a bunch of times in a row, you have to execute her in the town square to make a point. Because bitch ain't gonna learn.
Yep.
She gonna
And
keep
Connect
dropping.
4 is serious.
She's gonna keep dropping 2 pieces a turn like we're too dumb to count. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because she rolls with elves with attitude.
All right, where are these witches at?
He begins to lead you high up the tower. The first set of stairs, you guys go up 40 feet. And the next set, you guys head up another 50 feet. And you guys get to the next one, and as you guys get to this next one, he kind of stops. And he's very cautious as he looks up through the stairs.
I kind of lean down and kind of whisper, Cyrus, what's wrong?
This is the Count's floor.
Oh, we're not worried about him.
We better keep going up the stairs.
Okay, let's do that. Quietly
We-
now.
Yes, because he has voices in the walls. Cyrus looks and he begins to tap the wall, kind of touch the walls as he continues to walk up them. Go ahead and give me a perception.
All right. 20.
You notice as he's touching the walls, something makes a little more sense with how he says voices in the walls. You see little slits in the walls where one could actually gaseously fit through easily and move from room to room and hallway to hallway. And he leads you up the next set of stairs.
Would I be able to put chewing gum in those?
If you had it.
If I had chewing gum.
He gets you to the next floor, and you guys reach the big room, or the hallway, and he leads you out, and he's like, okay, we're almost there.
All right.
So we're going to keep going up. We don't go through this door.
Well, what's this door?
Master's room.
Oh,
Is
well, we certainly
beyond
don't want
that door, past the next door, and the next door. And Cyrus isn't allowed on that floor. Cyrus
Okay.
is allowed to keep going, though.
Okay, well, I don't want to get you in trouble.
He hugs your leg. Then he goes back up the stairs a little farther.
Kind of pat him on his shoulder.
And he continues up again. Another. You guys go up another 40 feet.
I am taking mental notes of like where this is, by the way.
Oh, yeah. And he gets you up to the next level. This is where the staircase actually finally stops. And you're up, and he's like, you see him. No, he gets down and he kind of gently pets the floor, and he begins to walk on all fours for a little second and kind of stands there, and he just kind of looks at you. And he points to the next stairway around the corner. Because when you come off the stairs and the wall, and then the other stair goes right up the next way.
Okay.
And he's like, that way, the next floor is theirs.
I thank you very much, Cyrus. Would you mind waiting here so you could lead me to my room?
This is your floor room. I'll wait over there on the stairs.
Very good. Thank you. You're a good friend.
You too. You too. You walk past Cyrus as he kind of just sits there petting the floor. And as you walk by, you see this picture of Strahd, young Strahd, on the wall. A giant painting. Just this giant painting on the wall of a poster, you'd say. For those of you listening, I just got flipped off by our player Deese for memory. If you guys go back to Happy Jack and re-listen to it, which you should have fucking listened to already.
I flipped him off so hard, crows flew out. You're like, Rah!
So
this is some biblical flick-offery.
So, but as you go around and look
Did
at
you
this
say
picture,
flick-offery?
I did.
That's awesome.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a flickographist.
Technical terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as you see it, you see an old portrait of Strahd before his transformation, when he was mortal, standing there in the old armor as you go right and head up the stairs to the next level.
I want to examine that portrait a little bit.
All right, let's do that.
Do you need what do you need on that, perception?
Yeah, go for it.
22.
You see the portrait on the wall. It depicts Strahd. Even in life, he was pale. His eyes just almost seem like they're watching you, but you know it's just a trick of the painting, the way it is.
Okay.
Did you just finger my painting, Deese?
I was making a joke in Messenger to Rachel about Brendan of Kresk's fingers being round from the poop scraping. So then I was scraping at the camera, and then she was laughing. And then I took my finger back, and I was gonna like scratch my mouth with it, but I didn't. I just like wiped it off on the microphone. Sorry. I know that joke wasn't for anybody except for Rachel. Nobody was privy to it at all, and the internet has no idea because I couldn't see it. So.
All right, no worries. I just all of a sudden looked up from my notes, and it was like, yeah. Look, what the fuck? You, I mean, there's nothing really crazy about the picture.
All right, nothing magical or anything.
Not that you can tell just by looking at it.
Okay. All right. Can I reach this picture?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to turn it around so it's facing the wall.
Ah, damn it. He touched it.
That's okay.
I know. I mean, because you did a perception on it, not an arcana, right?
Yes.
All right.
I really hope Deece and Rachel are laughing at whatever they're messaging and not laughing at the fact that my character's going to die.
Oh, I think it's funny because that painting has a breath weapon and 2 claw attacks and a bite.
Oh, sweet.
I'm still making fun of Brendan's thumbnail. That dude will never get those things clean. It's like-
Never.
His thumbs are like 2 dirty crescent moons. You know what I mean?
Just
Crescents of like they're like
crescents of filth.
Croissants of turd dust just built up under those thumbnails.
Awesome.
Yeah, like you ever get to the bottom of a like fucking bottle of Tums? You know those ones at the bottom that are all crumbly and dusty? Like there's like half of one Tum left and then it's like powder. They're like the remnants of Flintstone vitamins. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody out there? Anyone get this? It's like real shitty Tang powder.
Wow.
I'm gonna go back 10 years at a time until I hit every generation. Dehydrated milk. Anybody on board for dehydrated milk? Oh. Comment down below which one of these references was your favorite powdered reference.
Right.
Oh, God damn it. Or
So-
Molly for the youngins.
Jeez. Jake, I need a con check from you.
Okay. Like a saving throw or just a check?
Yes. Oh, saving throw.
Thank you.
DC's 12.
Roll to 16.
Nice. As you went to grab it, the face on the painting changed, and you felt a spell trying to hit your head and try to tweak you, and you were able to fight it off, and you realize the painting has come alive since you touched it.
All right. Time to fuck up a painting.
It really helps if you have someone throw rocks at your head while it's like wrapped around your face.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely
I'm
helps.
thinking that would be a benefit, yes.
I think
More flip-offery.
I think that one was for me this time.
I'm thinking you might be right.
Yeah.
They're for all you motherfuckers.
Oh,
Apply
okay.
as necessary. Can I ask a question? This is going to be out of game. Do we talk about head on with Nate? Head on, apply directly to the head. Have you guys ever seen that commercial?
Oh, you did talk about that with Nate. I think.
No, just me and Nate, apparently. That is a weird way
But
to
you guys
sell that
talked about
commercial.
that. Yeah.
It's like we're going to hit Houston and Georgia and nowhere else. I'm like, oh.
I don't watch
luck.
TV normally.
I'm like, good luck with sales, guys. It was like a deodorant stick, right? But it had like aspirin shit in it, and you'd rub it on your forehead, and then your headache would go away. Instead of
try it right
taking
now.
pills, because that's so inconvenient. That this was so much better. It was like a speed stick for your forehead, like
So-
fucking, like normal people.
Right.
So instead of like frying my like liver and kidneys with pills, I'm gonna infect something into my brain by rubbing it through my
I
skin.
don't know the science behind it. There are plenty of medicines that can be absorbed through the skin. I'm sure that it works to some degree, but I just don't understand the new flavor of painkiller that needs to come in a fucking deodorant stick. Like Old Spice provides you with aspirin now. It's like, no, just whatever. We can get back to the game. I'm sorry.
So, Chunakote, what are you going to do back to the portrait?
I am going to shred it because I have claws. And claws are cool.
You're going wolf mode already?
Sure, why not?
Alrighty.
Might as well. Got a 12 and a 25.
Both hit.
Ooh. 12 points of damage total.
You shredded a good portion of the painting, and it's really jacking up. It's not liking you right now. Go ahead and give me another save.
22 total.
Pass again. You feel your mind begin to succumb, but you're able to shake it off immediately. It's not able to grip or hold you. You're up.
Same thing. Clawing again. A 15 and a 24.
Both hit.
Dice down, hang on. 13 points total.
And the painting is shredded and dead. It just lays there and just jacked up shreds of oil, paint, canvas. The painting only had like 5 AC and 22 HP.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Unlike Happy Jack, it couldn't strangle you.
I just feel better doing it.
Nah.
And no one threw rocks at me.
But you do now have a very unhappy, upset, crying friend in the hallway that is not happy.
Cyrus, it'll be okay.
But Master, Bat Cyrus, Bat Cyrus, Bat Cyrus. He's hitting himself.
I'm going to restrain him from hitting himself. You're not bad, Cyrus. The painting was bad. You are not bad.
He just looks up. Master's not going to be happy.
That's okay, Cyrus. We're going to take care of it all.
You're going to make a new painting?
If we need to. It'll be much nicer.
It better, because the last guy that painted it ended up in the dungeon.
Well, you see, that was kind of pasty and things. Not a very good color palette at all, so.
No, I thought he was nice, but he really didn't do the master well.
We'll take care of that.
He's dead. They put him on the rack.
Well, I'm sure that wasn't very pleasant for him, but perhaps he deserved it.
He screamed all night. His name was Eric.
Eric, must have been very terrible to try and sleep with all that screaming, wouldn't it?
You'd be amazed how often he screams in this house.
Well, that's terrible. How are you supposed to get any rest at all, Cyrus? How could you be expected to be a good servant if you're tired all the time?
He's like, my room's quiet, though.
Well, that's good.
But if you want to see your friend, she's up there.
All right. You wait here for me, buddy. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Did we ever confirm that the friend was Adrie?
Nope.
Just pointing that out.
That's all right. We're going up the stairs.
I don't remember.
To certain doom.
I don't remember Adrie spitting on anyone. That's the only reason I bring it up.
It's,
No, yeah. No.
It's not me.
No.
I know who it is.
You guys had Esmeralda with you.
Yeah.
Right. I thought way more malevolently than that. And that's probably a best case scenario.
I mean, if I was thinking malevolent, I would think somebody picking up a ghost they didn't know in the dungeon, just meeting them. Considering last time she met a ghost by some water and tried to drown her.
Oh, yeah.
This ghost is different.
It's a nice ghost. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're going to go hiking together. He's going to throw her off a mountain.
Also,
Yeah.
the first ghost doesn't count because that was not canon.
So she didn't learn.
We can say it's not canon
Also,
all you
he
want
was
to,
even
but
a
we've
ghost.
talked about it enough times now to where it sounds like canon. And also, any listener out there who doesn't believe Adrie would befriend a ghost and almost drowned, go ahead and write us an email about why you're an idiot.
You don't know Adrie at all.
Nope.
That story is so in character for her. Are you kidding me?
That girl would befriend Strahd if she thought it'd help.
I mean, technically, she kind of did when he was
your brain baby.
Yeah.
Speaking of brain babies, Jake.
Yep.
Man, we really need to find that episode.
I got a real mind fuck on that one.
Just to FYI, the first 5 minutes of that story, I was like, "That's the bad guy," and everyone's like, "What?" And I'm like, "That's the bad guy," and I was right. I can smell a bad guy from a mile away. I'm like, "That's the bad guy."
He was very upset when it was 2 souls for his bounty was on him.
I told the story. Okay, I told the story in that one about how when I was in high school, I had some Starburst, and this guy said he would sell me his soul for a Starburst. So I did. I gave him a yellow Starburst, and I got his soul. So I don't know if souls are a thing.
You sold
but
a soul for a yellow starburst?
he was an atheist like I am.
Not even a
Except
pink
the
yet.
difference
Not even a
is
pink starburst.
the difference being I don't believe souls are real, but if they are, I'm out one starburst. Right? If they're not real, then I'm out of starburst. If they are real and I die and all my sins get counted up, I'm like, wait a minute, I got this backup soul. I want to use that one.
We're just gonna push all my sins onto that soul.
All I'm saying is that one I got when the soul was like 16 years old. It wasn't even an adult yet, so none of those sins count. Okay.
Oh, so there's the minor to adult window where souls get sealed or the sins get sealed and
I haven't used
not-
it since. So
All
it's pristine. You know what I mean? Only driven on Sundays by an old lady to church. Garage kept.
damn.
Yeah, all original leather interior. It's fucking cherry.
Dude, I don't even know.
Or
most
well,
Christians
it's
that have a soul
lemon.
like
It's
that.
technically lemon.
Oh yeah. Nah, Deez, I don't even know most Christians with a soul that clean.
Dude, my shit's solid right now. I can do whatever I want on this one. That one's solid. Also, he came to school wearing a space outfit, like a spacesuit one time. So I don't know if that's a like adds or subtracts from a soul.
It's
He dressed
definitely
like
not
P. Diddy.
compromised. It's definitely not compromised.
He was because he was like you think about when you want to keep something fresh, you wrap it in foil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he was wearing like one of those P. Diddy jumpsuits from like 1990.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know when he's dancing in that clock solo that's with him and Mace.
Oh Lord.
This joke is for two people in the whole universe.
I'm
I
thinking I'm
apologize.
not one of them.
I'll be less obscure, I promise. Sorry, guys.
All right. Okay. We're gonna switch over to them as he protrudes up those stairs.
All right.
All right.
As he protrudes up to the stairs. As he slowly juts his way towards the stairs.
That's right.
Whoa.
Hey,
That
dude,
has
how does
all-
Chunakote creep up on three old ladies in a chamber?
Here I come, witches.
All right.
I'm going to talk like NPR for the rest of this episode.
Oh Lord. So Kavir and Adrie and company,
Yes.
as you guys head up the main staircase, you guys reach the first landing, and massive stairs rise to a landing 20 feet wide by 40 feet long. Stone arches support the ceiling covered with, I'm going to ruin this word, frescoes 20 feet overhead. The
Perfect.
frescoes
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
depict armored knights on horseback, their inner features faded beyond recognition. Dust floats in the air here. At each end of the south wall, a staircase rises into darkness. Between the stairs are twin alcoves. Alcoves. And each one containing a standing suit of armor covered with dark stains. Each suit of armor clutches a mace, the business end of which is shaped like a dragon's head. Words engraved on the arches above the suits have been scratched out.
The alcoves, are they made of stone?
Yes.
And they are. If I were to look at the armor, would I be able to see where like a fleshy part inside would go? Or are they like full plate?
They're full plate.
Yeah, of course they are. And would I say the dust maybe around? I'm gonna roll that investigation, bruh.
All right. roll
Oh
that
my
investigation.
God, what is up?
Nat 20.
Tell me
All right.
about the foot dust, David.
There is no foot dust in front of the statues.
That is crazy. You'd think there would be some foot dust.
You think so?
These look like they move pretty frequently, I would say. As soon as I see them, I'm going to be like, shall we get started? I'm going to say that to the statues or to the suits of armor.
No, nothing from either of them.
Okay. Well,
How close are you?
I'm standing in the doorway where you first described it.
Okay. So you guys are technically on the stairs, but not on the. Okay.
I'm using a cantrip for Mage Hand, and I'm
Okay.
going to reach behind the head, and I'm going to tilt them over.
You find that they're actually extremely hard to pull over.
Okay, well, how about the weapon that's in their hand? Is that incredibly hard to remove from their hand since they're not alive and gripping yet?
You would need more than 5 pounds of pressure to pull.
Okay. What about if I were to I'm assuming they're holding it like people hold swords, like when they're at rest, like in the grave.
Mhm.
So like the bottom point of the dragon's head is in
It's
their
on the
hands,
floor.
is on the floor. Okay. So I'm gonna take my mage hand and push out so that it falls out of the alcove, and then force them to either grab or drop their weapon
Okay, so you're gonna push the weight of it out of there.
out of the alcove so that it would fall down from their hands. So they have a choice. They can either activate and grab, or they can lose their weapon.
The first time you tried to pull the weapon, I told you needed more than 5 pounds to pull it out of their hands.
Oh no, I'm not. But I'm not. I'm just sliding it across the floor, right? I'm not trying to pull it from their.
Oh, you're
holster.
trying to.
I'm letting the weight of the actual warhammer pull down from the alcove.
Okay.
I'm just pushing the bottom part of it off the lip if I can. I mean, if it's like a 20-pound warhammer, then nothing I can do about that. But
yeah,
I'm gonna manipulate the physical attributes of this situation as much as I can. Yes, to confer with the notes. That's the best way to ask a question of the DM. This is my revenge for every time a DM asks you, "Do you want to open that door?" This is what I'm going to do. How much would you say the leather grip on that weighs if it were removed from the handle?
You get the mace pulled slightly forward enough, but not enough to drop off the alcove.
Okay. All right. Second plan of attack. I am then going to grease inside the armor of one of them.
You're gonna grease which part of the armor?
The armor themselves, I'm assuming they have like visor holes and creases in the neck and shit like that.
Yes.
I'm going to put the grease atop the head so that it would run down the form of the armor and get as inside the armor as possible.
All right. So you've covered the armors in grease.
The interior as well, would you say?
It's seeped through.
Okay.
The armor's not airtight.
Well, that's good. All right. Well, then I'm just going to let Adrie do what she wants to do because I've got one of these armors. Can you imagine? I'm not even going to set them on fire. I just want to see this well-oiled machine try to take a step. Tell me that this armor has a good dex check. This plate mail that does not allow dex checks is the being. So if the plate mail doesn't allow dex checks, and that's him, then his dex check should be 0. Right?
I'm gonna walk into the
I don't know.
room.
All right. No, I know where you're going with this.
There's no way this thing isn't coming to life. There's no way that you would argue that fucking hammer that long if this thing wasn't coming alive. You would have just been like, yeah, it drops the hammer. It's not worth anything. Maybe like 2 gold or something.
So what's Adrie doing?
I'm gonna walk into the room. I have my
Alright.
sword and shield out. Do they do anything?
How close to you? 2 nights do you walk?
I will stop.
Just make sure you don't stand in an L shape from them, and then they can't hit you.
Can I stop like 30 feet away from them? 35 feet away from them.
You could stand 5 feet away from the first one. He's not going to be able to take one step out of that alcove, I promise.
The alcove's 20 feet wide by 40 feet long.
Okay.
So there's no real way to stay that far away from them.
Okay. I'll get like within 10 feet of them.
All right. As you get within 10 feet of them, you activate the floor plate pressure.
Oh no.
And it sinks.
No.
And the whole suit of armor just lunges forward.
Sweet. I'm gonna fight it.
Give me a dex check as
Oh.
it comes forward you.
Oh, no. That's pretty good. This is a dexterity saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 18.
You're able to dodge quick enough out of the way as the suit lunges forward and smashes the air and then resets. And now you're covered in grease because as it went forward and flung, it splashed grease all over the hallway.
Like,
Oh, so they're like on a rod.
this just got
Yeah.
cleaned.
That's fantastic.
Can you?
What's further on down
I'm
in
all
this room?
greasy.
This room is just the alcove, just 2 staircases up and those 2 things in the center.
And then what's the rest of the room is nothing?
Yeah, it's literally just wall, stairs, alcove, stairs.
Okay, stairs go up on the other side?
Mm-hmm. Both stairs go up.
Okay. All All right, well, let's go to the other
Are
side.
you gonna clean this grease?
No. We're gonna use this to our advantage. I'm gonna
No.
drag her up the stairs at
No.
speeds like the professional dash while grabbing her,
No.
and then she can't grab the floor because she's all greased up now. And then I'm gonna lunge. I'm gonna lunge and throw her into the next room, so she'll slide in like Frozone from the fucking Incredibles.
All right. So as you guys head up to the next room,
This is called Ducky Shuffleboard.
okay. Let's see.
Shuffle sword.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that floor is about 60 feet long. Give me a strength. Actually, no.
She has no friction on her.
No friction at all. But your momentum. So go ahead and give me a dex with advantage. A dex check with advantage for momentum. Unless Rachel's gonna fight this.
With a 19, she can't fight it. What's she gonna do? She's gonna plant her feet and slide. 19 total.
What if I if you're grabbing me, what if I just grab you back?
Well, your hands will slip right off and keep going.
So what was that? A 20 something?
It was a 19.
Oh, 19. Oh, okay.
I have no idea if this is gonna work, but worst case scenario, we slide right back down the stairs. So
No, that's gonna be.
why don't we do this more often? Why don't we grease ourselves and just run through enemies like they can't hit us? The blades just slide right off.
All right.
Do you remember greased up deaf guy from Family Guy?
No.
Oh my god, that's what we should do. We should do that.
Yeah, Adrie, you catch the floor metal grease on stone floor, and you slide, get 20 feet into the room, past the stairways.
Okay.
Dim light from the courtyard falls into this great hall through the broken glass and iron latticework of a large window in the west wall. The immense room is a place of chilly, brooding darkness. An empty iron fucking scones dot the walls. Hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs drape the hall, hiding the ceiling from view. Directly across from the window stand a set of double doors in the east wall. Farther south, a single door, which also leads from the east wall. And you guys just came through the staircases that on the north side that lead down. And on the far southern end of the hall, a large wooden throne stands atop of a marble dais. The high-backed throne faces south, away from most of the room.
Do I
What's up there?
eventually stop?
Oh yeah, you stop about halfway between you and the throne.
Okay.
On the north side? Yes. No, the west side. Sorry.
Okay.
This is actually a really solid technique, right? Anytime we're in combat, right? I'm just going to throw you at the enemy like a Pokemon, and you're going to go slide in there and be melee, and then I'll run up and do support. This is perfect.
Actually, if I Spirit Guardians first, like
You could
there's
slide
like a lot, I
through-
could just like go through all the enemies. That is true.
This is a cool team up.
That would be pretty cool.
Never underestimate
Oh,
grease,
Lord.
guys.
This isn't the fastball special. This is the greaseball special.
Greaseball special sounds like a pizza deal in New York. Hey, boy,
dude.
you coming over here? You get a number 2. It's a greaseball special, huh?
Am I alone in this great hall, David?
As far as you know.
Oh, okay, great.
Grease side.
You and the trail of grease you left from the stairs.
If I walk, am I gonna have to make a dexterity
You
check?
have to do the Scooby-Doo
Yes.
run first before you
Yes.
can get any traction.
You're gonna have to do it to stand up. You're gonna have to do it to walk.
Grease only lasts for a minute. Has it not been a minute yet?
It's been like 20 seconds. As soon as you got greased, I was like, this is awesome. Throw you up the stairs.
There's no one in here. I'm not moving.
Did you deck save?
What?
She's not standing up. She said, "I'm not moving."
Oh, okay.
Wait, am I sitting down?
Well, he kind of slid you across the floor. So unless you want a deck check to see if you fall as you slide in.
No, I'll sit.
What if you went in on like your stomach? Like,
Slip and slide.
yeah. A plate mail slip and slide.
I will try to stand up.
As you do, you get shot across the room, and a dog runs over and grabs you as the duck runs back to the hunter. No, I'm kidding. Give me a dex check.
That's pretty mediocre. 14.
14.
I think that does it, doesn't it?
Yeah, you stand up.
Okay. So other than like the throne and the doors, is there any furniture in here? Is it just like a big empty room with the throne?
Just
at
a
one
big
end?
empty room, a giant broken stained glass window, and 2 doors.
Okay. Is there any part of the stained glass window that's still there so I could tell like what it was depicting?
Yes. A morning sun.
Oh, bummer. Guys, you don't pass the save, Rachel.
Oh,
Sorry.
so it's that moment where like you're trying not to slip and you think that you're good, and then you just fall back.
I was we had ice all over the steps when I was a kid, and I was trying to walk to the school bus, and everyone's staring at me. And I walk out, and I'm like, oh my God, I literally just, my whole brain shuts off the concept of balance. I can't fucking stand. I'm like, but I'm standing upright,
Uh-huh.
not having balance at all.
Uh-huh.
And I finally catch myself, and the whole bus is laughing their ass off because I'm like fucking flailing about for like a full 30 seconds. I finally catch myself, take one step, fly up and land on my back
Oh,
like
no.
a fucking idiot. And every person on the school bus was laughing their ass off at me.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's what I just did. So
Hey, can you say like a fucking idiot again? I swear to God, your jersey side just came out. Like true jersey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good, dude.
What was really bad is the other day I was making fun of my brother, and then a bug came flying through the sky and like hit me, and I fucking panicked, and I was like, oh my God, it's a bug, right? And I said it like a fucking total redneck,
Oh,
and they laughed for like 45 minutes, like laughed at me and kept repeating it, and everyone around was laughing until we had tears in our eyes. And I was like, this is the first time I've ever said anything with a southern accent. So thank you for saying Jersey. That makes me feel better.
you're welcome. And the true jersey, not that like fucking spray tan shit that looked like it popped out of
Thank you.
fucking
Thank
Trump's
you.
ass.
Thank you for saying that. I don't know what the fuck that all those people from the Jersey Shore are from New York.
Oh,
All of
yeah.
them. So why are we catching that shit? Isn't it bad enough we're right next to Delaware?
I mean, dude, back in like the 80s, early 90s, Jersey is where you went to go get fucked up. I mean, people fucked you up walking through Jersey the wrong way. So yes, you guys are now in the what is called the audience hall of the court of the count.
okay.
Yes, Jake, they're about a floor or two below you. No, that wasn't loud enough for you to hear that far up yet.
You didn't hear the
I figured
metal
as much.
grind of the duck slide across the floor and up the
No.
stairs. It
Oh,
sounded like a
God,
wheel.
I'm gonna have to get Nick and Knack to like buff out like all the.
Would you stop repairing that piece of shit at this point? I should have never bought you armor.
This is the nicest gift that anyone has ever given me.
The front of that thing looks like the hood of like a 70s Nova. It is dented
Oh,
and
dear God.
scratched. Dinged the fuck up.
This is my
No-
best armor.
Fix it as many times as you want. Next time you go out, it's going to get scratched up again.
Yeah,
Shit
someone
looks
took
like-
that shit down to TJ, brought it back.
Shit looks like an El Camino used for drug trafficking.
This is my best armor. This is
The
all I
other-
got.
The other shit looked gross. It looked like a metal Christmas sweater.
Shit looks like it survived a Michael Bay movie.
I'm just saying, my character is up and down fashion. Classic silhouette. Classic lines. Your character is like covered in neck-high fucking...
Shit water.
Yeah, her first armor looked like a Brillo pad with a head sticking out of it. Ridiculous.
Mama didn't leave her good armor.
Oh, no.
That's how I wanted to make Adrie. So
Yeah. Adrie's like that girl that you know that no matter when she goes to lunch, she's always got a stain on her shirt now. It's like,
Yup.
did you eat mustard? No, that's from yesterday. It was still in my hair, and then it touched the shirt and it transferred. Like, oh,
I just grabbed a shirt in the dark and put it on. I don't give a shit.
dude, for real though, like I'm
I had to go
making
kidnap
fun of
a kid.
fashion. I'm making fun of fashion. Everything that I own, when it comes out of the dryer, gets folded up and put in a stack. None of my clothes have gone in a drawer in like 10 years. They get stacked up, and then I take the first thing off this stack and then a shirt off the hanger that is flannel. I put it on.
You two are in this room,
Yes.
and you have double doors and a single door,
Okay.
all to the east wall.
Can I please be degreased? Okay, I'm just gonna sit
No.
on the floor until the minute wears off.
I'm just
Well-
gonna grab you by your collar and sling you into the next room. So
We're going to get some Dawn dish soap because that's good for waterfowl.
That's right.
Oh Lord!
That's the most
So-
popular post I've ever made, by the way, on the internet. Out of every comic I've ever drawn, anything, I shared a picture of this duck, and it was being washed with Dawn soap. But the placement of the hands with the gloves, it was like Dawn dish soap is perfect for getting the blood off my duck strangling gloves. And like, I posted that, and it went fucking crazy viral. I've seen other people share it back, like, oh, it's so funny.
So,
It got picked up by the internet and has now gone on Reddit and everywhere else.
Eric's kind of floating next to you. Does he
Hi.
do this often?
I mean, we haven't done this before, but this is pretty on brand for him. So
You seem to live a violent life.
Best spell ever, Grease. Just saying.
do we want to investigate the throne? I mean,
I'll grease that and we'll throw that in there too. We'll just take everything of interest with us. Think of me as John Travolta, and this is Grease. Oh wait, can I be Kaniki? Never mind.
Emil's behind you guys, just waiting in the back, just looking in the room, watching it.
all right, I'm gonna stand up.
It's been enough of a minute. The grease is dissipating.
Okay, great, good. Stand
I'm gonna
up.
prepare another spell, David.
No,
I know you are. I know you are.
As soon as she gets moving, I'm greasing her.
no.
As soon as
Let
that
me
door's
look
open.
around. I'm not
Grease,
opening
shoulder
the
slam.
door. I'm not opening the door.
Okay.
I want to go look at the throne.
All right. As you look at the throne, you see it's a beautiful throne, red, just soft fabric lining on the inside of it, gold around the outside of it, the Vanzorovic crest on the top of the throne. The thing's in actual gorgeous condition for most of the castle. You can definitely see slightly areas where it's worn that someone has used this in
But it doesn't
constantly.
look as it's not as like dusty and cobwebby as everything else in
No,
this room.
no,
Okay.
this thing's not.
Want to investigate, David?
All right, roll.
19.
What are you investigating, sir?
I'm gonna investigate the room, in particular the paintings. Also, if there are windows in here, and the doorways.
Okay.
See which, in aspect of the doorways, I want to investigate which doorways seem like they're used most frequently. Double doors generally are the ones, but if this is a throne room, then maybe a lot of people come in and out of the double doors, which would be why they're so big. Maybe the smaller doors to like a scribe or
All right. Okay, you said you had a 19 on investigation?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it to you. It's asked for perception, but I'll give it to you on investigation. You see the broken window that you recognize. You see the throne, which faces away from the stairs and the rest of the room against the wall. You see the two doors that lead to the south. I'm sorry, the east. But to the south side, against the wall that the door's facing, you see, or you find under the cobwebs and the dust in the wall, you see an outline of a door. You can, as you move around, you can feel a slight air come through.
Huh. Okay, I'm going to take my mage hand, cantrip,
Okay.
and start tearing down the cobwebs and dusting away at the seam.
All right.
I'm like, Adrie,
Yes.
doorway.
Do you think that because it's weird that the throne is facing away from the rest of the room?
It's facing towards the double doors, correct?
No, it's facing against the hidden door you just found.
It's
The-
facing that?
Yes. It's
Is-
literally facing the smaller room to where the stairs, the large foyer is all on the other side.
Is the throne a lever? And if we move the throne, does that activate the doorway?
All right.
Maybe.
Or will I just break the throne if I try?
Well, just out of curiosity, though, I investigated the dust and stuff like that. Does it look like there was any scratches or rotations?
Not on the throne, on the floor, no. It doesn't look like the throne's actually been moved on the floor.
Can
But
I
the marble
determine?
base and everything on it's more clean than the rest of the room.
Can I determine any sitting in the throne opens it?
All right.
I'm not going to. I'm just saying maybe. That's
No, you don't see see any pressure releases or see any wires from the throne that connects down below.
Okay, so this is there any way I can determine what? There's no pressure plate on the throne. Is there any way I can determine how the door opens?
It just opens. That you can, as far as you can tell.
It has like a handle.
You push.
Well, here I'm having this weird moment where I'm seeing that the windows broke open.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking maybe this is not actually a doorway, but maybe it's one of those like pressure plates that pushes people, like those bodies of armor did.
Mm-hmm.
And it throws the glass on the windows. Are busted in or out? I'm assuming out.
Yeah. Looks like someone could have been thrown through it.
From how big is the window?
That window is easily 10 feet wide and easily 10, 20, 15 feet high.
It's directly across from the.
No, it's on the opposite end. It's actually right near the stairs when you guys came in.
Oh, okay.
So there's not a direct line of sight between this door and the window.
The window itself, is it in panels?
Yeah, stained glass.
Oh, okay. And
Was once a beautiful sun.
Based on the break pattern, can I determine the size or weight of whatever it went through there?
Medium.
So humanoid?
Quite easily.
Okay. Before we do anything with the door, I'm going to walk over to the window and kind of look out of the window.
Okay. As you look out the window.
Are you a cam girl, David? I hear that noise a lot.
It's a shotgun that goes off in the background. It gets me hot.
Oh, right on.
I like gunpowder.
I thought D-Walk was just playing like D&D with no pants on or something, making a little cash on the side.
Hey, bro, man. There's a fetish for fluffies. I got to do what I got to do to make the bills. There's a fetish for fluffy people like me, man. I got to pay the bills.
Oh, I thought you were talking about furries for a second. I don't know why I thought
no.
furries. I was like, David. Is that why there's so many werewolves in this game? Where are we getting at, David?
Hey, what can I say, bro? I gotta.
What can you say? I don't know what you could say.
Making money on the side with furry in the game. But when you look out the window, you see the drawbridge and the doors to Castle Ravenloft that you guys came in. It overlooks the long road that you guys took up to the mountain.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he used to throw people off the roof? That's probably the location where that happened.
One of them. You see the road that comes up to the castle, the big open. No, you can't see the doors because you're pretty much on top of them. But
right, but we heard that people were being thrown out. So this is likely where that was happening. Okay, so we got to figure out a way to open the secret door. I guess we could open the other doors first, but those seem boring.
Mm-hmm.
Secret doors are always better because they're secret.
All right.
Didn't David say you just push it to open it?
That's what he said.
That's what he said. You guys haven't tried it yet.
That's true.
Of course we're not going to try it.
You haven't tried to pull it. You guys just sitting there like, oh, I'm going to play with the chair and see if the chair does the trick.
That was Rachel's idea. She thought she was
so
a
clever.
Good
idea.
I never said it wasn't a good idea. Off with his head. Pull the lever.
I'm gonna grab Adrie by her plate. I'm gonna pull her over. I'm not greasing you. I'm just gently moving you out of the way of what I suspect might be a boing kind of situation.
All right.
And then I'm going to take one of my cheap daggers that is not fancy or cool or anything, because that's the fear I'm having, that you're going to go boing and all of a sudden my light sword is going to be out the window.
If I was only that clever.
He's going to light up as he falls down. He's going to be like, you're an asshole.
900 feet down the mountain.
Light sword blasting off again. Okay, so I'm going to jam the dagger in the little crease between the wall and the door, and I'm going to try to pop it out towards us.
All right. Give me a strength
Go
or
ahead, say
dex.
strength. I'm gonna grab Adrie's shoulder pad again and be like, push here. And then I'm
All
gonna
right.
step back.
Come on,
Okay.
Ducky. Open the door. Show us
Uh,
your strength.
20.
20.
Yeah.
Give me a D100.
Oh.
Oh my god, let it spin around and have Scooby Doo on the other side.
Once again, we want to thank you guys for listening to Freelance Heroism. We hope you're having just as much fun listening as we are playing. Visit us at facebook.com/freelanceheroism and leave us a like. If you want to see our adventures in comic form, The Professional illustrates our misadventures and more at 1d4rounds.com. And if you want to support us, consider donating. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Keep an eye out for rewards as we add them.
Our cast includes me, Dees Cassius as Master Kabir the Professional, Rachel Moore as Adrie the Ducky Cleric, Jake Sipple as Chunakote the Lupine Loose Cannon, and last but not least, our DM and Dr. Midnight, David Walker.
Questions or comments? Send an email to freelanceheroismpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next week. In the meantime, the invoice is in the mail.
And music by me and Lichgate, my band. Thanks, Nate. Fingers crossed to you. Or snaps, whatever. Fingers crossed to you. Like I'm holding off a vampire. Clip that. That all the context in that is weird.
Do you want to try that again?